Hi, Shannon Caldwell with Purple Lotus Yoga, and in this week's vlog, I am sharing with you the top 10 traits of a great yoga teacher. And this is actually a question I always ask all of my new students coming through training with me, is I like to get their opinion of what makes a great yoga instructor. And I thought after 13 years of asking this question that I would compile their answers and share it in a vlog with you. So let's get started. Now I will tell you, I got more than 10 answers, but I tried to shrink it down to fit within 10. The first one I'm going to share, this was the #1 most shared trait out of all of them. And then the rest of them, 2 through 10, these are just kind of in a random order. They're not in order of importance or the most expressed, but the first one was. And the #1 trait that everybody expresses makes a great yoga teacher is that the yoga teacher comes to class with no ego. They're there with an attitude of service, an attitude of humility. They're not there showing off what they can do, but instead there to guide their students on what they can do. So this by far, #1 was the biggest expressed quality of a yoga teacher, was that no ego. #2, they want teachers who are relatable to them. They want teachers who are imperfect and who laugh at themselves. For many new people coming into yoga, it can be very intimidating to them. So #3, they want teachers who are encouraging and supportive. It's really easy to feel like we're being beaten up in all other kinds of parts of our lives, at work, at home. And so coming in and taking a yoga class with a teacher who's just really there and so supportive and so encouraging, that goes a long way to really making a yoga student feel welcomed and less intimidating. #4 was the quality of authenticity. And I know that this is really an overused word, authenticity. But I think that a teacher who just steps onto the floor and is herself and lets her personality come through, that to me is what makes, or what they mean by authentic, that they're not trying to be something that they aren't. They're not trying to act better or be better than their students, that they really just come with a, I'm here, I'm your guide. #5, teachers who really put some time into sequencing, who really put time and effort into creating a really well-rounded class that creates an experience for the student. #6, and this kind of goes along in with #5 of sequencing. #6 is alignment and safety, that they want to know that their teachers know the benefits, the contraindications of poses, and can safely guide their students in and out of those poses. #7 is the voice. And this is one I kind of laugh at and always teach, really, is a lot of people, when they get into yoga, they tend to change their voice. They tend to drop it or get really quiet or very monotone because they think that that's what the yoga voice is supposed to be. But time and time again, people express, when my teacher has, it's not just what my teacher says, but it's how my teacher says it, that's really important to them for a great yoga teacher. #8, that my teacher is friendly and sincere. People want to feel like they can approach the teacher, that they can talk to the teacher about anything that might come up during their practice. So a teacher who is friendly and gives sincere feedback or sincere answers. That was another top quality of a great yoga teacher. #9 is for teachers who are present. The thing about it is, yoga teachers, we're human too. And sometimes we have a bad day, we have a fight with our spouse, and then we come onto the floor and we do want to very, very much let go of that attitude and not bring that fight with us onto the floor. And so being present, letting go, even temporarily for an hour, of all the stuff that was happening in your life before that yoga class, you know, put it aside and be present and be there for your students. Be there all of the way. You're trying to teach your students how to be present. So a great yoga teacher is as much present every single time as she can be. And if you can't be present as a yoga teacher, maybe that's a day or a time that you might need a sub for that class. And number 10, this was a very common request in teachers too that make a great teacher, was for a teacher is always a student, always trying to learn, always trying to better themselves, always trying to improve, to know more and to do more. And honestly, I've not met too many yoga teachers that don't have that fire in their belly, who are always wanting to learn. They want to go to the next workshop. They want to go to the next training. They just want to keep learning more and more and more. And there you have it, the top 10 qualities that make up a great yoga teacher. And as I was moving through the different qualities, the different descriptors and adjectives for a great yoga teacher, I hope you noticed that not on the list was how you look and how many poses a great yoga teacher can do. Because every time I ask this question, I never ever get that answer. I've never heard someone say, my teacher can do all of the inversions and that makes her a great yoga teacher. And I've never heard, my yoga teacher looks like a yoga model, and I think that's great. I've never had those two descriptions for a great yoga teacher. All right. If there is another idea, another opinion that you have about what makes a great yoga teacher, I'd love for you to share it. Shoot it into the comments and let me know, what do you think makes a great yoga teacher?